What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So we're back again for another ranking video. Actually, the last ranking video. We're covering the safeties, final, I guess, rankings. You can go check out the others if you like. A lot of stuff still coming to the channel, still working on that 7-round mock. I kind of had to go backtrack because of that stinking Brandon Cooks trade. Kind of ticks me off, but I'm hoping to get that all done by this weekend and have that out to you by next week at some point. But yeah, still got team-oriented mock drafts coming to the channel. I'm going to start doing 2 a day, I think, with those. We got the draft watch party going on. We're going to do all 3 days, so that's going to be a banger. So that ought to be fun, but go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. Don't mind me. I feel a little sleepy because my sleeping schedule just sucks right now. Like, the way it's working is I like watch my kid till like 5, and it's so hard to get work done in my like here that I'm just basically I'm just doing housework, running errands during the day, and then the minute she comes home at 5, I'm just like I'm doing this stuff till like 3 in the morning. It's just phenomenal. So tired, but yeah, man, let's go ahead, let's get in. Enough venting, am I right? And rocking the Flash shirt. Let's bang these out. Let me know who's your favorite Flash. Mine's Wally West. A big sucker for Wally West, one of the only gingers I like. All right, let's start this list. We got Levante Taylor out of Florida State. We're doing 15 because typically I think it's about maybe a little over around that 25, maybe a little less on average have gotten drafted over the course of the past 5 years. Might be closer to 20 actually, but Levante Taylor, I mean, he converted from corner to safety due to his size, but he played more in the slot for the Knowles. It hasn't really been a smooth transition for him, but due to his athleticism, it kind of suggests better days are ahead. Then we got Lamar Jackson out of Nebraska. Yes, I'm listing him here as a safety because I think it's just a better fit for him. He's big at 6'2", 208. Kind of sad he shedded off 7 pounds since the Senior Bowl. So, but he's big, long, physical corner. Well, was in my opinion. He's very Jamel Dean-like, but in size, but nowhere near the athlete. I think, again, he's better transition into safety, but he does need to put that weight back on to play because he'll probably play in the box. I don't think he really has the speed to play in the back end, but I mean, he could if he really wanted to. He tried to lose weight for the combine because I bet you he still wants to stick at corner, but he has no change of direction. It's just a wiser transition, in my opinion. Jeremy Chin, guy, a lot of other people are way higher on it. I still think he might sneak into day 2, but he played a variety of different roles there at Southern Illinois. But from what I read, there were concerns over his speed. You didn't see any of those concerns during the Senior Bowl drills. For example, he went stride for stride with Courtney Davis from Texas A&M, who was a fast dude, and then at the combine he ran a 4.45 40. So yeah, very good run defender there at Southern Illinois. And then with his size, 6'3", 221, he may be better or it'd be wise to use him as a linebacker in sub packages. I love the athleticism, but he really relies heavily on his athletic ability, and he plays very reactive opposed to, I guess, proactive or sitting and actually waiting. So yeah, pushes him down a little bit for me just because I think there's better guys ahead. Speaking of better guys, Jordan Fuller, he won't hang in man coverage. You can tell, I think he ran a 4.58 there at the combine, but I mean, maybe in the slot, but I think I still rather free safety because he played almost all of his snaps exclusively there at free safety for the Buckeyes. He has the length to really be a problem at the catch point. And then Julian Blackman at 11. He's a very good athlete, but you can tell he's very inexperienced. He just converted from corner to safety this season, and I mean, it's worth noting he was pretty bad as a corner in 2018. Like, I think he gave up like over 700 some yards. So Utah, ultimately they converted him to safety because just to better use his athleticism, because he's extremely athletic. And it worked out very well for Utah. As you can tell, they had a banger of a defense. I still, though, consider this guy a developmental prospect at this point. I think it's best to leave him covering the deep half, because with his size, he could eventually cover the slot, but he still lacks an overall understanding of either position. And it really showed. You could tell in like the USC game. I mean, again, a lot of the Utah looked pretty bad in that USC game overall. Top 10, we're going to start with Brandon Jones from Texas. He's probably my top box safety in this class. He's a very sound tackler, very good run defender, but severely lacks coverage. Just like he was really bad last season in coverage. We saw it against LSU and Oklahoma. He can match up against tight ends, but I mean, you really don't want to match him up against receivers. The result won't be good. He's very comfortable more around the line of scrimmage, hence box safety. Kenny Robinson out of, I guess, West Virginia, maybe out of the St. Louis Battlehawks, RIP XFL, RIP. But he's got great instincts. He's a ball hawk. The move to the XFL was really, really wise for him, because rather than transferring, because it was his academics, but the guy was in school for football, not for academics. There's really good videos you could probably check out on YouTube, maybe even some articles. Flemmo Raps, he has a really good one about Kenny Robinson, about everything going on with his family, why he really was trying to get to the NFL as fast as he can, but the guy was in school for football, so going to the XFL was really smart. His flexibility in what he can do for a defense is top notch, but his aggressiveness sometimes gets the better of him. It can lead receivers to really get behind him. So playing a little closer to the line of scrimmage, I think, is better. I think he's kind of like a Bob Sanders light in terms of how he plays. And then Taylor Muse, he's going to end up being a linebacker, let's be honest. I should have moved him to my linebacker list, but it's too late now. His 40, blazing speed, but there's no shiftiness in his game. I mean, he's going to be a downhill linebacker through and through with little pass coverage skill, but still, the guy's a heat-seeking missile. And then at 7, Geno Stone. This guy's going to go day 3 just because there's no hype around him, and I think it's silly. He's a very, very smart football player. Yes, a little bit limited as an athlete, but the guy is quick enough to keep up with tight ends, so he can have a role in a sub package as maybe a nickel linebacker. He has very similar potential to Amari Hooker from Iowa. I mean, they both came from an Iowa defense, so I love the potential of Stone. At 6, we got Terrell Burgess, another guy that's probably gonna maybe slip to day 3, which is unfortunate. He doesn't have too much versatility when it comes to playing, like what coverage he can play as a safety. He only played cover 2 at Utah, and it was his one season as a starter, but the build suggests he may be a slot corner potentially, or he can at least play in the slot at 5'11", 202. However, he has been wonderful at zone. He's been really good like in man coverage, as you could tell, just in the slot there at Utah. I mean, he really put his man skills on display at the Senior Bowl practices. Again, the guy probably will fall, though, unfortunately. Top 5 here. Ashton Davis, out of California. Probably, I wanted to put him a little higher on this list, but my rankings are kind of a mixture of where I hear they may go and where I feel I would pick him in the first round. But he's getting no first round hype, so why spend a first round pick on him when you know you can get him later? That's why the second round grade for me. So we know the guy, he's a former track star, blazing speed, the speed that just, you can shut windows. Quarterback trying to, I think I got a receiver. He's like, nope. Guy's rangy. I love him. He was really sticky in Senior Bowl practices. Didn't really get a chance to compete at the combine, and I think he got hurt at the beginning of Senior Bowl practices, if I'm not mistaken. But for me, I mean, I think he's a much more refined Nazir Adderley, who we saw go in the second round. Antoine Winfield Jr. out of Minnesota, tremendous athleticism. The guy is quick and aggressive. Sometimes the aggression gets the best of him, but the guy's so quick at flipping his hips and accelerating that it almost doesn't even matter. He has great ball skills, great instincts, but may slip because consecutive season-ending injuries in 2017 and 2018. Just saying, something to be wary of. Xavier McKinney coming here at number 3 for me, probably the safest among the safety group. He won't wow you with any one area. He's kind of a, what do they call it? He's like, he's good at a lot of things, but a master of none. I mean, I think he could be a really, really good run defender. He's very good at blitzing. He's decent at coverage. I mean, last season was kind of a down year for him in coverage, but the floor is a lot higher compared to a lot of the other safety prospects. He may have one of the lowest ceilings, but his floor is real high. Kyle Duggar out of some small school, Lenore Ryan. I knew this guy was going to be a quality athlete, 6'2", 220, but I mean, the dude was incredible at the Senior Bowl practices and at the Combine. Combine really, really helped his stock. I mean, reading defenses is probably the biggest question mark when it comes to Duggar, because he didn't really have to do that in college just because the competition was so little. He could just really, and he was so athletic, he just rely on that athleticism. So, I mean, it's kind of just a who knows, you know, but with his physical upside being so ridiculous, I'm willing to take a shot in the second round. Grant Delpit remains my number 1. He is a first-round safety. You could knock him for missed tackles. Yes, he missed like a third of his tackles last season, but you're getting him for his coverage versatility. Slot, outside, box, center field, he can do it all. And if his tackling's such a gripe for you, then take solace. He didn't miss one tackle during the whole playoffs. Just saying. But the guy, he can hang in the slot and versus tight ends and man, like he's just solid. He's got a lot of value in a pass-heavy NFL, and that's why I still have him as a first rounder. But that's it for the video. Go ahead to YouTube things. Always much appreciated, much obliged. And until next time, you be easy, my friends.